Anytime there's like an explosion of emotion, call it pop culture, call it sports or whatever, I like to dig a little bit further and find out like, okay, why are people so heated about this? So while we were off the air here, I came in here and I've been watching a lot of ESPN lately. I had surgery about a week and a half ago, so I think I've seen everything on TV. And it feels to me like everybody is talking about Caitlin Clark right now. Now, if you're not familiar with sports, I mean, she's bigger than sports at this point. Mm-hmm. She's a player that was at Iowa, broke every single scoring record in college basketball, both for males and females. She is number one. Just got drafted by Indiana, and since she's been playing professionally now for a couple of weeks, she's been taking a lot of crap. A lot of crap on and off the court.
A lot of fouls.
A lot of fouls. There was a hard foul over the weekend by a woman that hip checked her when she didn't even have the ball, and that's the one that really has seemed to spark like a lot of debate between people on what exactly is going on here with Caitlin Clark. Because if you turn on any sports show, that's the only thing people are talking about right now.
But I want to, and I don't watch a lot of NBA. I'm a college basketball girl, so I want to check with you guys when there is a rivalry and somebody new like that. And if you take like Kobe Bryant when he first came into the league, is this off-putting because it's women doing it to each other? And if it was happening in the NBA, nobody would bat an eye?
These are all good questions. Let's get into it.
Yeah. I think there is a sense of you're a rookie. You have not accomplished anything in this league yet. Mm-hmm. We have been in this league putting in this work for a long time, and now you're getting all of this publicity for something you haven't accomplished yet. And so they will, like in the NBA, go at the Kobe Bryant when he's new, the LeBron James when he's new. They'll make it difficult for him, but it just seems like in Caitlin Clark's situation, a lot of what making it difficult for her is not even about basketball, because they're not even like basketball-like plays.
Yes, so like I said, when you scratch a little bit deeper, this is what I'm talking about, and Katie's in here now, who walked in here very quickly. She's got an opinion. But I think what we're talking about here are a couple of different levels, and we can get into this, right? So you got Caitlin Clark, who is white, right? The WNBA mostly is black female players. So now you've got somebody coming in with so much notoriety, right? Sort of building off of a league that was built by black players. So I think there might be something going on there. I also think that she's a straight woman also. And when you look at the population of the WNBA, there might be something going on there as well. And just the fact that she's the one that's bringing all this notoriety to a league that's been around and mostly without a lot of notoriety. There was a big fight yesterday on Stephen A. Smith's show. Nobody talks crap about to Stephen A. Smith, but a woman stood up that he has on his show and is like, here we are talking about the WNBA. Stephen A. Smith, you haven't talked about the WNBA in 3 years. And he got really upset about it.
Monica McNutt, that's her name.
Okay, she did a really fabulous job. And I'll be honest with you, I have never watched a WNBA game from start to finish before. This is the first time that I'm invested in the WNBA because she's so good. But I think when you're playing in a league there where you have a whole bunch of people that haven't taken a look at it and now all of a sudden you are, there's a little I think there's some like appreciation, but also some jealousy.
Yeah, I think some of the women, and I'm excited to hear Katie's opinion because she has been putting me on to the WNBA for years now, and she's been on it for a long time, and I have come on recently as well. And it just seems to me that some of the women are missing the bigger picture and that they're getting jealous, and I understand that about the fact that she's getting all of this publicity. She's putting butts in the seats, though. She's box office. It is what it is. They're now playing in arenas they didn't play in before. They have jets that they didn't have before as the team. And the thing that bothers me the most is it seems like even some of her own teammates don't come to her defense when she's getting all of this abuse from the other players because they might have a little bit of underlying jealousy as well. So it just seems that they don't realize that they can also capitalize off of the fact that Caitlin is bringing all of these eyes to the WNBA. So they're trying to hurt her instead of trying to, I guess, appreciate her.
And I'm not trying to take away from Caitlin's her prowess and how great she is, because she's obviously a phenomenal player.
She was a phenomenal college player. We don't know yet professionally.
Right. Yeah. But like, why didn't Angel Reese get the same amount of love?
And here comes Katie.
Bingo!
And if you don't know, Angel Reese played for LSU. She's now also in the WNBA as well. And I mean, she is her tenacity and her she's got the personality. She's got it all.
Everything. Thank you, Kristen. And this is what I would like to address because this topic infuriates me. Now, I've been a WNBA fan for years. Forever. Like growing up, when I was in elementary, I said I was going to be Lisa Leslie and I was going to play for Los Angeles Sparks until I realized I was only going to be 5'5". So that dream didn't go over so well. I was also season ticket holder for 5 years for the Atlanta Dream. Went to every single game, did not miss a game. So one thing I know is the WNBA. Now with Caitlin Clark, she is a great player. I do not want to take that away from her. What's going on right now in the league with the W, I don't think it has anything to do with her being a straight woman at all, because there's a mixture. It's a 50-50 thing. There's there's lesbians in the league. Okay, cool. There's also straight women in the league. That absolutely nothing to do with it. I do think that because of Caitlin Clark being a great player, she has brought in a lot of new viewers, which is phenomenal. That is a great thing. But I think a lot of these bandwagon fans are missing the point, because those bandwagon fans who are now watching because of Caitlin Clark, all eyes are on Caitlin Clark, especially with her being the number 1 draft pick. So every little play is going to be like criticized. Like, dang, they just came at her like that with a flagrant foul. Mm-hmm. Yes, but it's not just her. The league has always been very much so a physical game and very much so aggressive. When Candace Parker was drafted her rookie year, she got into a brawl when the Detroit Shock player came at her because she was a rookie and she hit her with a foul, and it was a nasty foul, and Candace Parker didn't take that, pulled her down, and they got into a fight. It was like one of the biggest brawls in the WNBA.
So this is like the MO, but people, because there's so many eyes, they're seeing it for the first time.
And now with this latest one with Caitlin Clark being fouled, it was a nasty foul. But just a couple of weeks ago, Alyssa Thomas, who plays for the Connecticut Sun, did the same nasty thing to Angel Reese, who is just as much of a good player. Mm-hmm. And nobody wanted to highlight that. They got mad about Caitlin, but they didn't get mad at Angel Reese. And this goes back to when Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark was in college, because they villainized Angel Reese for little things that she was doing, trash talking like regular. But when Caitlin did the same thing, for some reason, it was different. It was like, oh no, that's just sports.
Yeah, it felt like the two got treated very differently.
To be fair, though, you don't think any of it has to do with style of play? Like, I remember when Candace Parker dunked for the first time, and I remember it being so much hype around that because no one had ever seen a woman dunk before. And I know, like, the Asia Wilsons in the league, they've been getting busy for a long time. The MVPs winning chips. We should know who they are. But the style that Caitlin plays, like that Steph Curry-esque style where she can pull up from so far, where she's got the handle, and I just think a lot of casual fans who are not true fans have never seen a woman be able to do some of those things, and I think that's why she gets some of the attention that Angel Reese doesn't, because we've seen Angel Reese's style before.
I mean, cool. And that doesn't mean that you want to put her at the top and make this all thing. And yes, and here's another thing. Angel Reese has even addressed this. She said, yes, that is a great thing that this one player can bring all these eyes and bring more attention to everybody at the same thing. I don't think a lot of the players in the league are the ones who are hating on Caitlin or jealous of Caitlin. I think they're just playing a game and being competitive about it. And I think the media is painting their own narrative to make Caitlin Clark look like the greatest player, and everyone is just bullying her.
Yeah, I do think that as they came up through college also, the media was starting to paint this narrative of good versus bad, right? And good was white, and bad was black, and Angela Reese was more aggressive. Angel, I'm sorry. Angel Reese was a little more aggressive in her play, and with her words also way more bold. And you have Caitlin Clark here, who the media has said is taking a high road. She's not really responding back. So this narrative has sort of been created.
Yes, she did.
Well, not as bad as Angel Reese.
Dude, Caitlin Clark has got a mouth on her. And
she got a nasty mouth.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't heard that nearly as much. And maybe this is me buying into the media narrative also, because I haven't heard it the same way.
I mean, she talks so much smack, and anytime anytime somebody made a mistake or she did something great, I mean, she was in their face and she flaunts it.
And she's also done some nasty fouls too. There's a whole bunch of clips of that. Nobody wants to highlight that.
So at the end of the day, this is probably really good for the WNBA. Right.
All in all, I think what Caitlin Clark is, she's bringing eyes to the WNBA. I mean, she's putting people in the seats, whether you like her or you hate her. And that part is the bigger picture of where I think the women should appreciate her more than hate her.
Tommy?
Just real quick, whoever gets Secret Santa this year for Katie, don't get her a Caitlin Clark jersey.
Don't you dare.
The Bert Show.